New footage released by Iran appears to show large drone storage facilities remaining intact despite continued U.S. strikes. Iran showcased what it says are operational drone compounds as fighting with the United States continued. The footage comes as the conflict intensifies and follows reports of U.S. military casualties in the region. Iranian state TV on July 22 aired footage of warehouses filled with Arash drones that it said were used in strikes on U.S. bases across the region. State television described the Arash drone as the Iranian Army's steady workhorse, and claimed it had become a key weapon in attacks on U.S. military targets. Iranian media claimed Arash kamikaze drones have been repeatedly used in recent operations targeting U.S. military facilities across the Middle East. The Arash 2 is a one-way attack, or kamikaze, drone designed to destroy its target by crashing into it with an explosive payload. Iran says the drone is built for long-range precision strike missions and can also be used to suppress enemy air defense systems. With a reported range of up to 2,000 kilometers, the Arash 2 is designed to strike strategic targets far beyond Iran's borders. The drone is intended to attack high-value military targets such as air bases, radar sites, command centers, and critical infrastructure. According to reported specifications, the Arash 2 carries an explosive warhead weighing around 150 kilograms, giving it significant destructive capability. The state TV broadcast described U.S. forces as terrorists and said the drone campaign was part of Iran's retaliation against American military operations. Iran has long promoted the Arash as a long-range kamikaze drone, designed for strategic missions and intended to strike targets at considerable distances. The Arash is widely marketed by Iran as one of its longest-range loitering munitions platforms, designed to travel extended distances before reaching its target. The broadcast came as Iran continued highlighting its expanding drone capabilities amid escalating military tensions with the United States. As the death toll among U.S. troops in the Iran conflict continued to climb, Donald Trump unveiled a fresh and far more aggressive threat directed at Tehran. On July 22nd, the U.S. president openly warned that American forces could once again bomb civilian infrastructure located inside Iranian territory. Trump declared that U.S. troops would target and destroy bridges as well as power plants in and around the Iranian capital if attacks continued. Trump said, and I quote, "From this point forward, anytime the Islamic Republic of Iran shoots at a ship in the Strait of Hormuz, whether it be by missile, rocket, drone, or any other device or weapon, the United States will bomb and destroy one bridge or power plant, including those located next to, or in, the capital city of Tehran." Shortly after posting the message on Truth Social, Trump vowed retaliation for the recent killings of American service members in the Gulf region. Trump made the remarks ahead of a dignified transfer ceremony honoring 4 U.S. troops who were killed during the ongoing conflict. 3 American service members were killed after an Iranian missile struck Jordan's Muwaffaq Salti air base, according to U.S. officials. A 4th U.S. service member was reportedly killed in Iraq's Erbil during an operation involving hostile drone activity. Trump also insisted that Americans remain supportive of the war with Iran despite the steadily rising military death toll.
To honor our heroes, and they are indeed great heroes, actually. They said, and all of them said very strongly, we cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. They won't have a nuclear weapon. So we're going to honor them, and one of the hardest things to do, for me, it's one of the hardest things to do as a president, but has to be done.
As we go to honor these soldiers, do you have an update on the investigation as to how they were killed in Jordan?
No, they're doing that. That'll be released. You know
what?
what?
It was Iran targeting barracks.
I don't know. Well, they're going to pay a big price. They're being decimated.
Is that report inaccurate?
Yeah, please.
Sir, let's just say families of these fallen soldiers, when Americans are wrongly against this war, how do you ask them?
Well, Americans aren't against the war. A poll just came out. Americans don't want high gasoline prices, but they're not against the war. That just came out loud and clear in a poll. Nobody wants Iran to have a nuclear weapon. Do you want Iran to have a nuclear weapon? You think it's good? Go ahead.
What
All I'm going to say is we love you, we love your child, and that's what they are to them. They're their children. There's no games, no nothing. That's their child. And all you can do is throw out your heart. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Despite Trump's latest bombing threat, Iran showed little sign of backing down or softening its military posture. Tehran warned that any fresh provocation by U.S. forces would trigger direct strikes on critical civilian infrastructure across the Gulf region. A senior Iranian military official declared that Tehran possessed an iron will to enforce its sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz, according to Tasneem. Iran's retaliatory campaign is already inflicting severe disruption across Gulf countries, with Jordan and Kuwait among the hardest-hit regions. In the latest round of tit-for-tat exchanges, Iran continued raining missiles and drones on America's Gulf allies, intensifying the regional battlefield. On July 22nd, the IRGC claimed its forces delivered major blows to multiple U.S. military bases stationed across Jordan. Iran's elite Revolutionary Guards named the latest wave of attacks inside Jordan as Operation Al-Barq, presenting it as a major military campaign. According to Press TV, the IRGC targeted Jordan's Al Faisal and Prince Hassan air bases, both hosting key American military assets. Iran claimed F-15 fighter jets, military drones, and helicopters stationed at the two U.S. bases were deliberately placed in its crosshairs. According to IRNA, Iran claimed the strikes destroyed 8 newly deployed US MQ-9 Reaper drones while leaving 2 others heavily damaged. The IRGC further asserted that its operation in Jordan also inflicted damage on 2 heavy-duty American military helicopters. Press TV further claimed the Iranian strikes left several American troops either injured or killed during the latest barrage. Iran also recalled that 3 US soldiers were killed in an earlier attack on a military base in Jordan on July 17th. The IRGC further alleged that housing blocks and service buildings inside Jordan's Azraq air base also came under direct attack. Jordan's armed forces, however, maintained that Iranian drones were successfully intercepted and destroyed before reaching their intended targets.